Have you ever clung to a sharp edge because letting go felt like a defeat? Not because you lacked strength, and not because you refused to try, but because a voice inside whispered that you owed a debt you could never repay? We often remain in environments that drain our spirit. We inhabit roles where we feel unseen, in daily routines that shrink our potential, all while labeling it loyalty, endurance, or duty. This is a tale about a young apprentice who thought suffering proved his value, and the quiet realization that sometimes the most courageous act is simply turning around. Stay with this story until the very end. There is a simple, piercing question waiting for you there. It is a question that has helped countless souls identify the truth they felt but could not speak. Once, in a bustling town, lived a diligent young man named Elias. He labored in the workshop of a master craftsman from dawn until the stars appeared. He unlocked the gates before the roosters crowed and locked them long after the village slept. The master never offered a word of thanks. When patrons marveled at the work, the master claimed the skill as his own. When a tool snapped, the master scolded Elias. The apprentice hauled crates until his shoulders burned. He scrubbed the stones until his knuckles bled. Yet the master called him slow. Elias's companions saw the light fading from his face. "Why do you remain?" they asked. "I cannot depart," he replied. "The master took me in when I was unskilled. If I leave now, I am a traitor." Years drifted by in this manner. Elias grew gaunt and weary. He forgot the sound of his own laughter. His posture slumped like a willow in a storm. Initially, Elias convinced himself this was fleeting. Just one more season, just one more harvest. But every sunrise found him back at the workshop. He held a belief that if he just sacrificed more, the situation would improve. One evening, after the master had berated him publicly, Elias sat alone by the riverbank. The water mirrored the vast cosmos, calm and boundless, everything his existence was not. An elderly traveler approached to fill her jar. She observed him with knowing eyes. "You carry a burden that is not yours," she noted. Elias stared at the dirt. "I give everything, yet it counts for nothing." The traveler sat near him. "Meet me here at first light," she said. "I wish to show you a truth." The following dawn, Elias found her at the town's edge. She guided him to a hidden grove behind her cottage. "5 winters ago," she began, "I placed a young vine here. I planted it in the shadow of that tall stone wall. The stones blocked the warmth. The vine grew twisted, reaching and struggling, desperate for a sliver of sun. It fought so hard to survive. Last season, I finally transplanted it," she continued. "I dug up the roots with care and moved it to that open patch yonder." She gestured to a sunlit corner. There stood a vine, vibrant and lush with grapes. "This is the same plant," she whispered. "Once I relocated it, the healing began. The old stem still holds the bends from those dark years. But observe the new shoots grow straight and true. It is finally becoming what nature intended. A seed cannot blossom on cold stone." Elias gazed at the flourishing leaves. His chest tightened. "Sometimes," the traveler said gently, "remaining is not devotion. Sometimes remaining is merely terror. We believe departing marks us as failures. We think we must endure until we break. But seeking fertile ground is not surrender. It is an act of survival." She turned to him. "You are not rooted to one spot. You have feet to move." Those words echoed in Elias's mind. That night, sleep evaded him. He visualized the twisted vine. He considered the 5 years it wasted in the dark, fighting a battle it could not win. How much time had he lost in the same struggle? For the first time, he dared to envision a separate path. Not a flawless one, but one where he wasn't constantly defending his soul. The next morning, Elias entered the workshop. His hands trembled, yet his tone was firm. "Master, I am finished here," he stated. "I appreciate the training, but I must depart." The master's face flushed purple. "Foolish boy. After all the chances I gave you? Elias felt the familiar shame swell in his gut. He nearly begged for forgiveness. He nearly stayed. Then he recalled the vine basking in the sun. I am thankful, he whispered, but I cannot remain. He stepped out. No one barred his path. No one chased him. And yet, that initial stride away felt heavier than the years of labor he left behind. His knees shook. His pulse raced. For a fleeting second, he feared he had destroyed his future. But as he inhaled the fresh morning air, something unlocked. His chest expanded. He could draw a full breath. The initial weeks tested him. Elias had empty pockets. He accepted odd tasks, loading wagons, repairing fences, sweeping the marketplace. The townsfolk noticed his diligence. They saw the integrity in his gaze. Gradually, doors opened. A kind merchant sought a trustworthy partner. He employed Elias, treating him with dignity. When Elias succeeded, the merchant celebrated him. When Elias stumbled, the merchant guided him. Days melted into weeks. Weeks transformed into months. Elias found his smile again. His spine straightened. He mastered new crafts. He forged bonds with those who cherished him. One afternoon, he revisited the traveler's grove. The vine stood even grander, heavy with fruit. I thank you, Elias said. She grinned. You rescued yourself. I merely pointed out what your heart already understood. Decades passed. Elias constructed a meaningful life. He never forgot the wisdom of the vine. When a path no longer nurtured him, when a dynamic made him shrink rather than expand, he summoned the bravery to step away. He understood that exiting was not defeat. Sometimes exiting was the ultimate victory. Often we resemble that shaded vine. We linger in careers that crush our joy. We remain in bonds that deplete us. We inhabit situations that reduce us, fearing that a departure confirms our inadequacy. But there is no dishonor in retreating from what harms you. There is no frailty in prioritizing your own evolution. Those who genuinely love you will comprehend. And if they do not, perhaps that is the very signal that you needed to go. Your roots are not fixed in stone. You can choose different soil. And when you finally do, you will be astonished at how tall and robust you can become. Before you go, I wish to offer a simple tool. Tonight, in the silence, pose this question to yourself. Do not rush the answer. If nothing shifted, if this situation remained identical for the next 5 years, would I become more of who I am or less? You need not make a choice today. You need not have a strategy. Just observe the sensation in your gut. Calmness is the signal of alignment. Tension is the signal of truth. Bravery does not always start with a leap. Sometimes it starts with finally hearing yourself. If this story resonated with your spirit, share it with someone who needs this message and subscribe to Winds of Thought for more insight. Please like the video to help us grow. Thank you for listening.